Tonight's the night we'll make history.
Best of Times from Dennis DeYoung, our bandstand guest this morning. And Dennis, have you ever played any place quite like Manny's Coffee Shop?
Yes, as a matter of fact, last Thursday.
Oh, where did you play?
You're on the deli circuit now?
We were at we were over at Shlomo's.
Oh, good. That's a nice venue.
I got an agitator. I'm telling you, still to this day, I can't get rid of it.
Want to take a call?
Yes.
All right, here you go for Dennis DeYoung on the feedback lines.
I should be looking here. I'm looking at the speaker.
You can look wherever you like, sir. All right. Hi, go ahead with your question for Dennis DeYoung. Who's this?
Hi, Dennis. It's Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
Do you have fond memories of The Wizard of Oz and the Groucho Marx-like wizard you sort of wrote a script for?
Explain this.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Dennis was the music teacher. I was the art teacher in Midlothian.
Vicky!
Yes.
How are you?
I'm quite fine.
You know what, Dennis, as a music teacher, the interesting thing is you never really actually had a formal piano lesson, did you?
No, I never did. I faked my way through college. So kids, just remember this. It makes no difference whatsoever.
You didn't have any voice lessons either yet. How did this all come about?
I didn't hear the question. What was this last bit?
How did it all come about? How do you just sat at the piano and started playing and singing?
No, as Marianne pointed out earlier, I had formal lessons on the accordion since I was 7 because I'm half Italian and it's the law.
Well, I have no excuse, and I was also forced on with an accordion at age 7.
You were at age 7, really?
Yes.
Yeah, but when girls get a little older, the accordion becomes a hazard.
Thank you.
Think about it.
And thank you, Vicky. Here's another caller for Dennis DeYoung, our bandstand guest this morning. Demetria from Chicago. Go ahead.
Hi, Demetria.
Hi. I just wanted to say my brother and I first saw Styx playing with Haymarket Riot at Lane Tech High School Auditorium. It was about 1977 or 78. It was very exciting for us because, you know, it was the most rockin' thing that happened during high school. And I did want to ask, are you going to go on like Frank Sinatra and keep singing and play until you're in your 80s, or are you going to take a sabbatical now and then just to tease us and then make another miracle comeback?
What can I say to that? I'll be here at Manny's 3 nights a week starting Tuesday. And then we're moving down to Cape Luciano.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Hey, Dennis, do you remember, thanks for the call, I remember emceeing a show with you guys in Wilderness Road at Lane Tech. Remember that?
You were there that night?
I think so. I think I said, here they are, which is my
that's right.
It's my only talent. Here they are.
You were at WLS at the time.
That's right, exactly.
You know the first time we met? Do you remember the first time we met?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Let's keep that between us.
Come on, tell us about
it, Dennis. Danny Thomas did a...
St. Jude?
That's right.
Yeah,
we played a thing with Danny Thomas, and you were the host that night. I remember that clearly.
I remember meeting Danny Thomas.
Oh.
Dennis DeYoung will be at the Rosemont Theater February 12th with a big 50-piece orchestra Saturday the 12th at the Rosemont Theater. Here's another call
should be fun.
For Dennis DeYoung. John from Chicago. Hi, John.
Good morning, Bob, Marianne.
Hi.
Of course, Dennis. I have to compliment you. Your voice is still intact. It's unbelievable. Very good.
Well, thank you very much. Every morning at about 7:15 I get up, and I have my wife squeeze me very hard below the waist. That seems to work for me.
Well.
I don't know about you. Try it. Even
now,
if you
originally,
can't sing, it
I talked to
doesn't
the
hurt
producer,
anything.
and I was going to ask a question about the origins of Wooden Nickel Records, because I heard a rumor that, like, you guys, like, started that label with somebody, like, because you couldn't get a record deal in California. But before we get to that, Bob brought up, like, you know, venues you played at, and I know the smallest venue you've ever played at. And you remember playing a promotion at a place called Triangle Records on 66th and Pulaski, where they put plywood on top of the counters, and there were, like, people, like, spilling outside the doors.
People around here have, and the wooden nickel question will have to get answered off the air, I think, but people around here really remember more than the performer, don't they, Dennis? Especially in Chicago.
Yeah, you know, of course, Styx is a South Side band, and we go back, you know, all the way until like 1968, 69. We were playing a lot of the local gigs, and so you know, there's a fondness for for guys who stay in Chicago, and you know, Chicago's a very good town for that kind of thing. They support their own, and you know, it's been really good for me. And, you know, and every time I come on a show, people always have fond memories about, you know, money I owe them from the 70s and things like that.
Yeah, maybe that's where the wooden nickel came from, huh?
We did not start Wooden Nickel Records. We were signed to Wooden Nickel Records, and it was true that we could not get a record deal on the West Coast. But later on, we did.
That changed.
Well,
And-
you proved them wrong in L.A., huh?
By the way,
yes, we did.
thanks for your call.
Thank you, John.
We just had Jimmy Peterick on the show, and you're on his new World Stage CD, aren't you?
Yeah, I tried not to be on it, but he held a gun to my head, and I said, "All right, I'll be on it, Jimmy."
He's a
No,
persuasive guy.
Yeah.
Jim is a
Good
great
business guy.
He's a great guy, and the album is really a fine piece of work. And I think he's playing Saturday night
He is.
in town.
And he's always been with Survivor and with the Ides, one of the great Chicago artists, as you have. Thanks, Dennis, for
Thanks a
being
lot,
on our
Dennis.
Michigan Avenue Bandstand
It's always nice to have you on.
winter version. We appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
And let's close it up.